Hey everybody, Logan here.
And Lich.
Finally back. It's been a while.
Yeah.
Well, not for me. You can see my ugly face every day. But Lich, it's been a few months.
Yeah, it's been a few months.
This is another episode of the podcast.
Yes.
Yeah, but we're just talking to each other.
Yeah.
Instead of voice, you can now see our ugly faces.
Yes, in 3D.
More like just 1080p.
Yeah.
Well, it depends on what you're watching then, but it's being recorded in 1080p.
Yes.
All right. So, for the reason you clicked on this episode of the podcast,
We're going right into the meat and potatoes?
we're just going to be talking about pretty much E3 up to this point. As of recording, we're recording this at the end of the weekend of E3.
Yeah.
There's still Monday and Tuesday. Nintendo's show hasn't shown as of right now. So, we're just going to talk about basically what we've seen up to this point.
Yeah.
And then at the end, we're going to throw in maybe
Our 2 cents.
our 2 cents on what Nintendo might show. Or we might just make that a separate video and make you watch that one too.
Well,
Might make you just watch that one too.
Yeah.
We should just do that. So you know what? Screw you guys. No, don't screw you guys. We love you guys.
It's like DLC.
Yeah, you get DLC that you don't have to pay for.
You don't have to pay for it.
You just get a free second video.
Just click on it.
And before you click away, while you're watching us, we're going to stop for a second, and you can go hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit the share, and make sure you turn on the little bell. And while you're at it, head on over to redbandanagaming.com. Visit us there. There's exclusive episodes of the podcast. Yeah. Episode 3 of the podcast is exclusive to the website. And follow us on our socials. And head on over to our spring shop where you can get this nifty shirt. Yeah, this is actually the least expensive out of all the shirts. We have so many different kinds. We got some simple shirts, and you can pick these up in a variety of colors, even though we're Red Bandana.
It'll fit you.
Yes, but make sure you buy it one size up. Otherwise, they shrink. Because Teespring shirts tend to do that. But they're very comfortable. This is the comfort fit. There are classic fit and other things. But you can get this shirt over there. In the link below, well, in the description below, you can catch the Teespring link. But let's stop talking and let's get on with the podcast.
Welcome to Red Bandana Gaming, the channel where Logan will show you everything from gameplay to gear. Their crew is here to take you on a journey through every atmosphere. Releases to news, you don't have to choose. Red Bandana Gaming is here.
So E3, huh?
E3, huh?
So
I'm just gonna sit back and relax. And we're gonna BS. I'm gonna hold a little pill. Here, Lich. Hold Mario.
Wait, what? Where's
So
Samus?
we're gonna bring him.
Where's Samus?
We don't have Samus here. So we're just gonna sit back and we're just gonna talk about this for a little while. And feel free to drop a comment down below on what you think. But we're just gonna discuss what we've seen. We've been watching it pretty much all day.
All day.
And we've done a few things where I've watched a few things, he's watched a few things, and then while we were hanging out, we were watching a few things together. So, overall, we've seen what? There was the Ubisoft.
Yes.
There was the Gearbox.
I watched a bit of that one.
Then we had Square Enix.
Mm-hmm.
And we had Microsoft.
Microsoft presentation.
Right.
But that's the Microsoft.
As of recording, the Capcom one's going on right now.
Yes, we must hurry up and do this.
Now, we don't have to hurry it up. We can watch it. And then the magic of editing.
Oh.
Yeah, we're not going to edit it out. We're probably going to talk about it in the Nintendo one. But, so, what did you think about E3 up to this point? What was some of the best things? Here, how about we start? What impressed you the most about E3 this year?
So, from
minus
watching
Nintendo.
Yes, from watching so far, all the companies so far, but till now, I'm most impressed with the Forza Horizon. I have to say, mind you,
Mm-hmm.
I don't even own any of the games at all, but I like racing,
And I own every Forza game.
Yeah, but from what I've seen visually, oh my gosh, I have to. They went all out, like all of the development team just on that one game alone, as far as details and little pine needles and the cactuses.
Yeah, that was pretty nutty.
Yeah.
I will say I was extremely impressed. I was one of those people hoping for it to be in Japan. because there was a rumor going around that it was either going to be in Japan
or
Mexico. A lot of people, you're either one side or the other, but I'll tell you what, I'm not disappointed. Visually, it looks fantastic.
Yeah, I do look forward to playing.
I do like all the different types of terrain, the differences, the variations in what looks like a rainforest, through water, through desert, through these towns. It's nutty. The volcanoes.
Yeah, let's go race on a volcano.
Yeah, that's fine. We just hang up on the side like this. Yeah. Just like this. And
that's fine.
Yeah, I will say it's looking really, really good.
Yeah.
And honestly, that was one of the things I think was definitely one of the most impressive.
Yeah, and I have to say also, even though it's been out for some time now, the Game Pass, I have to say that is some... Microsoft knows what they're doing, and it's kind of nutty. It's nutty.
Like I've said this in videos before. This is definitely the way Microsoft is going. Hey, Sony.
Okay.
That's what they're doing.
Calm down.
Because no, not trying to show a bias. I'm just, if you step outside and look at what I guess what gaming's doing, the game industry, Microsoft is really, they're not trying to attack Nintendo or anything, because Nintendo's doing something totally different. Sony's trying to do exactly what Microsoft is, but what? Nowhere near as good. And Microsoft is like, fine, you know what? We spent that $7.2 billion on Bethesda, and all these games, Game Pass, they showed 30 games. What was it, 30 games?
Yeah, about.
And 27 of them were on Game Pass, or will be on Game Pass.
Yeah, so be ready to go day one for your
I have Game Pass Ultimate myself,
yeah.
And I just like, my mind was blown. Overall, some of the games did disappoint.
Which ones?
That Redfall.
Redfall?
The one at the end with the vampires, I thought it was pretty pish.
Well, we don't know.
Yeah, that's the problem. It's like, hey, we're going to show you another cinematic trailer reminiscent of last year.
E3.
Okay. Cinematic trailer that doesn't even tell you what the game is garbage. At least we could have found out what type of gameplay. It's like,
we don't know.
With Outer Worlds, we know it's a first-person shooter.
Because we played Outer Worlds.
Right.
The first one.
So this one is like, hey, we're going to show you this long-ass trailer, but not tell you a damn thing about the game.
Yeah.
But besides, there's vampires in it.
That's E3.
You know what? Screw that game. I don't care anything about that game. One thing is, I felt kind of the same way about Starfield. I really wanted to see something about Starfield, but at least now we know the premise of Starfield, so I'll give it that. But there's still no gameplay. I think it's going to be first person like every other Bethesda game.
Yeah, most likely.
But I'm still very skeptical.
We'll see. Starfield next year, 11/11/2022.
10 years to the date. No, 11 years to the date, sorry. For Skyrim.
Yeah.
Because it came out in, 11/11/11. That is 10 years. 11/11/11? Yes, 11/11/21. So that would be this year's 10 years. So I did see something that they posted on social media today about doing a story for your Skyrim story. And we all know I do have the tattoos, and there's a huge story for those of you who watch the channel that Skyrim made a very, very big impact on me and my life. And I'm going to do that myself for them and give them my story.
Yeah, let's see what's going to be happening.
But isn't that funny how 10 years later, Microsoft / Bethesda is still showing Skyrim at their E3?
Extraordinarily popular game. So
yeah, that's kind of funny. But overall, I'm not going to lie, the biggest thing, you guys know I'm a massive Halo fan. He's laughing because he knows.
That he is.
This free-to-play is bullshit. Yes, you've heard me. Bullshit. Why? Because now we're going to get a bunch of children. 5, 10, 6-year-olds saying, I'm playing the Halo! And they're shooting you and they're like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Yes, he's got a point of hopefully they do it, but they've never done it before. So this one little thing could fix it.
It's Xbox.
They don't have to. They don't have to do anything. And the good chances, you're going to get stuck, and even if they implement this, it's going to take a time for the algorithm to work. We'll get into it for just a second. But for the first few months, before what he's about to say could take place, you're going to be playing with 5-year-olds in a bunch of nonsense for games, and you're just going to go, stupid kids!
What he's talking about, so he fears that you're gonna have these kids that's pumped up on adrenaline, and they can do trick shots from back.
No. They're going to be terrible. We're going to play with 5-year-olds that are just running around in circles, jumping up and down. And when they finally kill someone, they're going to, hey, look, I'm teabagging. And then you're like, stop that. And they get shot.
Well,
and then you lose because your team was losing by one. You got that one kill. And all you need is the kid's stupid guy. I died. Stupid kids.
Well, they will implement the fact that depending on your skill, you'll be teaming with or going against other people of your skill level. It's going to notice how you play, and based on how good you are, you're going to be placed with people that's just as good as you.
And the reason why I'm really not too worried about the rant I went on, our audience has no kids. We're not a children's.
You never know.
No. I know my analytics. Everybody else is our age. Oh, they're in their 20s, 30s, 40s, and up. And people are like, you know what? I don't like where little kids come in and they just ruin our games.
Well,
free to play does that. I'm sorry, free to play. At least if you're paying $60 to get the game, there's always that parents going, "Oh no, it's rated M for mature." Okay, you may not get it, or you have to save your money and get it. So there's actually some kind of something there to block a million 5-year-olds playing. That's what I've heard. I've heard that's why Fortnite is a children's game. Ooh. Yes, it's a shooter, but it's still a children's game. You see all the toys and everything marketed towards children because Fortnite has become a children's game because children can play it. It's getting to the point where Call of Duty Warzone's getting that way. Apex is getting that way. And it's sad because I tried to jump in and I'm like, there's kids in here. And it's not like they're like us where they've been playing for ages.
They don't, for Apex, they don't implement that algorithm?
They don't. No. Why would they implement an algorithm?
I haven't played Apex. I only play Overwatch, and I know
that's an expensive algorithm to implement.
Oh. Wait, who owns it? EA?
No, it's not like it owns it. It's trying to implement an algorithm where you maintain the skill of every single player.
Yeah,
it's a lot.
Yeah, I'm sure it's EA, right?
EA's cheap as shit.
EA can do it.
Can doesn't mean will.
I mean, they got DICE.
Look at all the nonsense. Guys. So. Yeah. They're going to put... Now, we might see it in Battlefield. I could see them doing that in Battlefield.
I'm pretty sure it's in Battlefield. I've never played Battlefield.
Well, no, it's not in the older Battlefields.
Oh.
No, that I can tell you there is no skill-based... any kind of... Anything that takes you out. Last one I played was Battlefield 4. There was no skill-based thing.
And it's not in Star Wars also?
What's Star Wars?
Star Wars,
Battlefront?
Yeah.
No.
No?
But I also stopped playing Star Wars when everyone else stopped playing Star Wars, because that whole loot box thing was getting really annoying. I couldn't get my characters the one I wanted.
Disney
but we're not talking about
Disney
that
came
right
down
now.
On them
we're not talking about that. We're just going to continue going about E3. So
anyway, yeah.
What was the thing that disappointed you the most?
I know for sure it's E3. So when you only show not gameplay, but you show trailer and CG and stuff like that, you want to see something, but I get it. You're still working on your content. Other than that, I really didn't see. Okay, if there is one game, and it's just because those type of games I don't play, I can see the charm behind it. It was a Ubisoft game with the extreme sports and whatnot. It's online,
right.
Multiple.
Right.
Trying to recall the name at the moment.
I have a phone near me. Hold on. We're gonna take a look during what do you call it? The Riders Republic from Ubisoft. That's what you're talking about.
Yeah, that game. It's not my type of game, but I can see the charm behind it. But it's not something I'm would want to see. And the way that's just me.
One thing I can see is these kind of games we haven't seen in a while. It feels like we went an entire generation without a serious extreme sports game. The Tony Hawk 5 was terrible, but
it focuses mostly on skateboarding.
Right, but like this one's all kinds. And when was the last time we really saw something in the 360 era?
Wow. Yeah, very long while. Another game.
There were a few here and there, but no, it's nothing this big.
Another game that again just didn't call to me and involves this guy here.
The Mario.
from Ubisoft.
Mario plus Rabbids.
Yeah. I get it. The XCOM games. I played the XCOM games, and they're just fun.
Pew, pew,
but it's
pew,
just
pew.
Mario with two laser guns. It just doesn't. It doesn't do it for me. It just doesn't. Like if he didn't have any guns and he grabbed a fire flower or something and then he shoots a fire flower.
I could see that. Honestly, I don't blame you for that. I did pick up Mario plus Rabbids, the original one.
How was it?
And I never played it.
Oh.
I picked it up. It was on sale at Target for like $14.
Check it out. Let us know. Do a little thing on it.
Probably not.
A jig.
Probably not.
I'll do it for you guys. I'll take one for the team.
Probably not.
I'm gonna do it.
Yeah. Now there's a good thing. We're going to break up this little conversation about E3 and say this guy's finally got all his own equipment.
Yes, I do.
So you're going to see a lot more content coming soon from the channel.
Got my gaming desk. Got my my monitors. It's ready to go.
So you're actually going to see more episodes of the podcast, but with that whole split screen stuff, considering we do live about 240 miles away.
Oh, yeah, that's a long walk.
He had to walk there. He had to walk up here.
Let me tell you that right now.
It took him 3 hours to walk here.
Yeah, you talk about power walking? Oh.
Okay. But honestly, back to what we were talking about, it honestly seems that one of the games that were really kind of made me go,
What's that?
That Tiny Tina's Wonderlands.
No, I can't, because I'm not gonna knock it until I see gameplay footage.
And that's the thing. It did the same thing that Red thing, again, Redfall.
It's E3.
But okay. The fact that it's called Tiny Tina's Wonderlands.
Yeah, and if they said world premiere, world exclusive, first time footage, gameplay footage, then yeah. And the footage looked like ass, then yeah. But
no, the name itself makes me go, okay. I don't think it's going to be a good Borderlands game. I think it's going to be some weird kind of farting unicorn game. Because the end of the trailer, I don't know. Tiny Tina never really resonated with me.
No.
So I didn't give a crap and base the whole game around Tiny Tina. I guess there's a market for it. I'm sure if they're making it, there's a market, right?
Yeah. She's fun.
So I'm a big Borderlands fan. I've beaten all the games. Who's this market for? Us? That's what I want to know. Who are they marketing it towards? I don't know. So that's why I'm just kind of The fact that it's called Wonderlands, if it was called like Tiny Tina's Awesome Killing Spree of, you know how they do this with Borderlands, these crazy titles. I think
it's going to be D&D based related, something to do with that.
Really?
Yeah. Because she does says roll for initiative.
True.
So
maybe Diablo style? Okay. I could see that, but the thing is, another FPS? I don't know. I'm like,
those.
Yeah. Is it just me, or did it seem like this E3 was the E3 of Souls games, DMC style games, and generic FPSs?
Okay, so
Souls. Oh wait, that's every E3 ever. In the last 5 years, that was every game. And we're lucky when they go, here's your little RPG. Oh, but you know what? It's not turn based.
Yeah,
like the new Final Fantasies.
We'll get on.
Oh, it's just DMC.
We'll get on that also. Well, we gotta watch the Square Enix one.
We did watch the Square Enix. It's the Nintendo one.
The last 20 minutes of it we watched.
No, the only thing. Okay, what happened is we actually had to go run a couple of errands during the Square Enix one. We missed the first 10 minutes, but what they shown was we did catch back up on it. And that was Guardians of the Galaxy, which looks fantastic.
It does.
Hopefully it doesn't play like the crappy Avengers game, which that was just a sad mess. And then mobile versions of Final Fantasy 1 through 6, which nobody asked for. Put it on Switch. That's what we want.
I don't understand that.
Nobody does. Nobody does. I get it. There's probably a market in Japan because they love everything on their cell phones. Not here. Here people seem to play Candy Crush and Words with Friends, but
I don't know about that.
I'm just saying in general. You're the exception. He's the only one that plays. What is it?
We can't Azur Lane.
Azur Lane.
Yeah.
I play Elder Scrolls Legends, but most people I know do not. They're like, no, I don't play that garbage on my phone. if I'm going to play video games, I'm going to play it on my Xbox. I'm going to play it on my Switch. I'm going to play it on my PC. I'm going to play it on my PlayStation. Not on your phone. Your phone is for talking to people and texting.
Yeah, I saw these trailers even they're playing these games on their phone. I was like, oh, wow, is it really like that? Okay.
Yeah, so I'm going to say that's a mistake. That's a huge mistake.
We'll see.
But hey, maybe they'll have millions of people that buy it in Japan. That's different story. Maybe they shouldn't have directed it towards us.
Again, E3 is still going on. We got 2 more days.
True. We do have we have Monday. We're recording this on Sunday. We do have Monday, and then we also have, I don't know why I'm holding this controller. Nintendo's on Tuesday. And then Tuesday we are going to do some kind of coverage. We've got some other videos coming for you down the pipeline. But what we really want to do is focus on what we've seen so far at E3 and our impressions. And
I got excited for Homeworld from Gearbox, but that's it. I didn't see anything else.
Normally, Microsoft shows are the ones. Microsoft and Nintendo, for me, put that down. for Microsoft and Nintendo are the shows that really do it for me. And then the fact that Sony would usually slide in with a ho-hum. And just to say, hey, look, there's PlayStation games. This year, Sony went, nah, we're not going to do anything, but hey, a couple days before E3, we're going to tell you all of our PS5 exclusives are coming to PS4. So that just made me go,
it's some sort of marketing plan. Definitely.
Some sort of is definitely the right phrase. Some sort of.
Marketing plan.
So for all those, I get it. Okay. Nobody can get PlayStations because they're selling well to the scalpers. So there's a handful of us out here that actually have PlayStations that play them, PS5s. There's a handful. I know it. Because trying to get a PS5 now, like my wife wants one. We were only able to get one. This guy wants one. Can't get them anywhere unless you're going to pay
I can't find an Xbox One Series X.
The Series X they're doing the same thing.
Yeah, I was looking at.
But we've been able to find Series S. We have a video coming up for you within the next day or so about a games pickup, and we were able to find a Series S.
Just one time. Well, no, twice.
Yeah.
Twice.
Yeah.
Twice.
It was still the same company.
Place, yeah.
But yeah, so it is what it is. And so that's one thing I did notice going forward with a lot of these videos. It really doesn't seem like next gen is going to start until 2022. When a lot of analysts are predicting that the consoles will not really be available until 2022.
I gotta say that for
So it looks like Microsoft said everything that was coming out in 2022 was Xbox Series XS and PC. Everything coming out in 2021 still said Xbox One on it. So that makes you think, and now Sony's not saying anything, except all their exclusives are now coming to PS4.
Maybe we'll find out something in their winter shows.
Well, we still have Gamescom coming up.
Yeah.
So,
in Tokyo.
And now I just found out that Microsoft said tomorrow, as a recording, tomorrow will be Monday. Monday will be the, what day is it? The 14th, Monday the 14th, because we're recording on Sunday the 13th of June, that they're going to do another Halo exclusive event.
Probably gameplay.
Of the multiplayer. So, of what's free. So, junk. Sorry. No, the game's going to be fantastic. I just have a big problem. They need to do something where, you know what, put in your age before you play, and then we'll put all the children here, everybody else over here. I know that sounds terrible, but
it does.
I don't want to play with 6-year-olds.
You won't.
I will. That's the thing. I know what's going to happen. I know me and Rizzo, we're going to get in the game, and then it's like, hey, oh my God, mute them all. Because they're just going to be yelling, or you're going to hear some kid's mom in the background, get off the Halos, get off the Xbox, why are you playing the Nintendos? It's an Xbox, Mom. No, oh, God.
What, an XPSP tree.
Oh, and then they're just going to be terrible. You're going to get rammed into a game. Eventually, if what he says happens, and they do have a way to flush out due to skill level, oh, that'll be great. But it's going to be months.
Halo is too big a game.
Doesn't matter. You're not going to go, first game, all right, this kid's 5, you're 35, you play much better. Your second game, you're going to be in with people. No, it's going to take months for that to
Probably
filter out.
days.
Months.
Actually, probably
You're going to have to play
hours.
Hundreds of games. Hours. You really are. You really think Microsoft runs the world, don't you? Their technology isn't that good. Just because Bill Gates. Oh wait, we're not going to get into that.
Not going to get into that.
Not going to get into that.
No, you're not.
So okay, Microsoft doesn't put that much money into their Halo servers. Let's put it that way. So their algorithms aren't going to be that advanced day one. It's going to take a while to maintain or to manage. Now it's going to be millions and millions of players because it's going to be Xbox One and Xbox Series XS. And who knows if they're going to be streaming on PC. Because if they're doing xCloud, then you've got billions of players right there.
Yeah, that's
because then you're going to get kids playing on their mobile phones. Oh my God, please don't do that. Because if this runs, we'll find out more tomorrow. If this does run through xCloud, you've just ruined everything. Because you're going to have kids playing on their mobile phones Halo.
Don't worry about that. You don't need to worry about that. I assure you, you don't have to worry about that.
I'm going to hold you to that.
So,
Final Fantasy looks like poo.
Which Final Fantasy?
The Origins.
Origins?
The one that has Garland in it.
We don't know.
Yes, we do.
Okay, yes, we do.
That's the one that plays like Devil May Cry.
Yeah, it's a Koei Tecmo game. Now,
it feels like it's Team Ninja, right?
Yeah,
so it's going to be Ninja Gaiden meets Final Fantasy.
Anyway,
Babylon's Fall.
Babylon Fall. Yeah.
That looks pretty cool, but why didn't we see any turn-based games?
We already know the answer to that. I think we had a video.
It's a rhetorical.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, you got me there.
Yeah. Why didn't we see any JRPGs? Just because it's an RPG and it's Japanese doesn't make it a JRPG. Remember that. People.
We have one JRPG that I know of that's coming.
From Square Enix?
Not from Square Enix, from Bandai Namco.
No, I'm talking from Square Enix.
Oh, from
supposedly the king of JRPGs. We got none, and I'm still waiting for. But it's still not technically it's a strategy based.
Yeah,
triangle.
I just got chills just now because I just realized I saw something for Dragon Warrior 12.
Yep.
And I pray that's not action.
What I'm hoping for is at Nintendo's conference, Square Enix held back their stuff that's going to be on a Nintendo because we didn't see anything that's going to be on a Nintendo platform.
We did.
What?
The World Ends With You.
Yeah, okay, but that's going to be multi-plat. So, nothing Nintendo exclusive. So, I'm hoping...
We did. One more, but it was a tactical game.
It wasn't Nintendo exclusive.
Is that Nintendo exclusive?
No, nothing there was Nintendo exclusive.
No, it wasn't. No.
So, I'm hoping all these companies are saving their Nintendo exclusives for Nintendo because Nintendo's going to have a 40-minute press.
Yeah, 40
conference.
minutes.
Not press conference, but show Treehouse games. And there was one thing that a lot of people have been talking about: the Super Nintendo Switch, the new Nintendo Switch, the Nintendo Switch Pro, whatever you want to call it. It's not going to be there. Why? Because they said no hardware is going to be announced. But you know what Nintendo likes to do? Stay tuned. 2 minutes later, new stream, where they announce, hey, we have another stream coming up, or something at this time, or they're going to drop it on Twitter. Twitter.
Hopeful wishing.
No, it's because we know how Nintendo works. And honestly, I don't think it's going to be a Pro, as what people are calling it. I just think they're going to show an enhanced version with a more streamlined or a better, slightly more efficient processor, faster RAM, and a higher end screen. Something that can, what I think it's going to be, maybe even a new dock.
A Switch Pro.
I don't think it's going to be a Pro. I think it's going to be a new. Yeah. So it's technically still has the same, it's just a faster version of the Tegra. Not a brand new one, not like a Switch 2. Not even a Pro. I think the jump is going to be more like PlayStation 4 to PlayStation 4 Pro, where it was just like a little faster. Not really much better. Where unlike a 1X, a 1 to a 1X, like an Xbox
3DS XL,
I still think it's gonna. It's not going to be on an Xbox One to Xbox One X level where that thing just went from here to here. It's going to be PS4 to PS4 Pro, like that. I think it's going to be a very small jump.
We'll see. And we definitely need to bring out some. I just really want them to announce Nintendo Online with more games on that.
Okay.
And with game.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say Nintendo. This is my prediction. You want to stop here and do a Nintendo video? We could do that. And then you guys are like, no, where are you going to upload it? You know what? Thank you guys for watching.
Meteor?
Thank you guys for watching. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Stay tuned. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and hit that little bell for notifications, because you know what we're going to do? Video right following this one is going to be our predictions for Tuesday's Nintendo Treehouse. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already, again, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Head on over to redbandanagaming.com. Check out our spring store in the description below where you can buy this shirt and many more awesome things. And again, thank you guys so much. And like we always say,
you have to be legendary.
Be legendary. Thanks again.